on Newton's Law, Peggy. What do we have here?
Man, we got a viral sensation as of recent, man, known for his crazy moves on the flag football field and his bold statements. QB of the USA flag football team and the MVP, the MVP of the Fanatic Flag Football Classic, Darrell Housh Doucette. Welcome to 4th and 1, brother.
Thank y'all for having me, man. I never expected I'd be here sitting here talking to y'all, man. Thank y'all for real. It's an honor, and I'm grateful.
Hey, now you're here, brother, because we talked about you before, and we didn't have the backing that we saw on display. What was it? Saturday.
And
My boy said he's the Patrick Mahomes of flag football. And I said, no, brother. Not so fast. But fast forward, looking at him play in real life.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. It was a Tom Brady on that field, but boy was making impact. And I told you I was going to say something for the show, and I'm going to tell you like this. I know Luke August Kuechly, Hall of Fame player. Like, I really know him. You had him hot. Like, he was mad. Tell us about the whole experience, about the whole flag football game from your player's perspective.
I have to say, going to before the games, man, honestly, from the draft party, those guys it broke the ice with us, you know what I'm saying? Because we not used to being around that many NFL guys. We may see y'all here and there speak, hey, how you doing, and kind of keep it moving. But some of the guys did sit down and just talk to us and just respected us and talked to us for about 20 to 30 minutes. It wasn't a high or by. And that happened from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each night, some guys came up to us and talked to us for a long period of time. And I must say, honestly, bro, special shout out to Damar Hamlin and Terrence Crawford, because they brought us into their own territory saying, hey, man, I'm going to rock with y'all every night. So they kind of really just was with us like they was a part of our entourage, honestly. So they made us feel really good. But the other players as well, like they came, talked to us, and that kind of just broke a lot of ice, man, from us playing against NFL guys versus us being the flag guys. And they treated us as peers. So the animosity that we may have had towards NFL guys going into that field was out the door, honestly.
Yeah,
and on the field, go ahead.
No, finish. I'm sorry.
So, like, going into the field, it was like, yeah, y'all opponents now, and we going to go give our all, but we didn't have as much hate in our hearts as I would have had going into the game because of everything that happened beforehand, you know what I'm saying? It became a family type thing, and it was straight fun.
Yeah. And as you talk about that, you know, the animosity before the game, and Kim said something to it, alluded to your statements. For the people that don't know, what is the statement you made about, you know, your comparison to Patrick Mahomes, but also how did the temper start to boil or the tension start to create between flag football and pro NFL players?
I think initially, of course, my words was mixed up. People took a quote out. They didn't listen to the whole conversation. And pretty much what was said was, do you feel like you're better than Patrick Mahomes in flag football? And I was like, I feel like I'm better because of my IQ. I've been doing it for so long. And me being a national team quarterback, I'm not going to just let anybody come and take my territory from me. You're going to have to come in and play, you know. And I felt like I never seen Pat play. It wasn't no disrespect to him, and I gave him all his credit throughout the video as well. But I'm like, flag football, I know is different. I know our spacing is different. I know our concepts is different. I know our timing is a lot different. Our field is a lot smaller. So it's just you have to come out and play on that field, and until you do it, I'm going to stand on my own 10 toes and speak for myself and also for my brothers to say, hey, man, nobody else could come in our territory without playing and just say they're better than us. And I was the voice to be able to speak that out and represent the flag football world and say, hey, flag football is different from NFL or regular tackle. And that's all it was about, just giving us a fair shake, a fair opportunity for us to display our talents, but not having somebody come in with a name and say, oh, this is who I am, I deserve this, over somebody that don't have a name. And that's what it was all about.
So let me ask you this, Daryl. Do you take offense when you hear this comparable? Flag football versus real football. That slogan right there.
I don't want to say I take offense to it, but I love the fact that these guys are speaking about it and came out there to play, and it showed, we have a different talent in a different space from them. It wasn't a fact of us getting mad, and I think the NFL guys also have a lot of respect for us because I spoke to guys that didn't play in the game before the game. I was like, hey, man, we don't do what y'all do. Man, continue to voice how you feel because it is different.
Do you still stand on your statements that you said in regards to obviously your IQ and Patrick Mahomes after playing this game?
Was you watching what I was
I want the world to know. Do you stand on business? Because you actually played against the pros now.
It wasn't about me or Pat, man. I don't want to try to make it about me or Pat at all. It was just about us as flag football guys getting the opportunity to showcase our talents, to showcase what we've been doing for a long time to make it an Olympic sport. And don't X us out because a Pat may play or a Cam might come out there and play, or Jalen Hurts or Tom Brady, whoever. Like, let's not overstep the guys that's already been doing it. No matter who come from the NFL to come and try out, you know what I'm saying? If Jerry Rice came out there to try out, I feel like my receiver should be like, man, look, this is what I've been doing. He got to earn it too. Yep. And then that's what it was all about. It was never about, you know what I'm saying, names. Just come out there and earn it, earn your keep, and and that's what it was all about.
So you mentioned and alluded to it, but just having a homeboy to homeboy conversation. Were you starstruck about all the people that were there, that you were rubbing shoulders with? And if you were or were not, who was it that was like, yo, this is a surreal moment right now?
I can say that I'm not a starstruck person. Drew Brees is the one person that had me speechless when I introduced myself to him at Media Row when the Super Bowl was in New Orleans last year. Yep. As I tried to introduce myself to him, he already knew who I was. So for me, when he did that, I didn't have no other, like I was starstruck, I was speechless. So that was the one time I can honestly say that.
Yeah. As we're talking about this, I'll give you your flowers and your teammates' flowers, bro. Seeing what I saw, I got full trust that USA, bro, we gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? But to educate us on the potential competition that you guys will be going up against, who else will potentially give you guys a run for your money, or what countries?
Most of the time I would say Mexico always have a great team. Canada has been on up and up lately. Panama, I could say Panama is probably the most athletic country. They have some athletes in Panama. Like, they have the speed, they have the height. Some of their receivers are like 6'3", and they can run. So they also have athletes in Panama. But like in Europe, Germany have a lot of guys, Italy. So you can't really sleep on anybody. It's always a Cinderella story that come about. And we treat everybody like they are the best, and we're going to give our best. And we feel like if we do that, we should never lose.
So now that you all played, right, let's change angles or lanes. Obviously, you dominate the sport within flag football. How do you think you and your teammates will fare up against if you played actual contact football? Like, how would you feel like your, I guess, talents would translate on the actual football field with tackle football?
Man, I ain't crazy. I never tried. I know my lane, and I don't need to speak on that.
But I said, I know. Hey, I need my flag, brother.
Man, I understand my lane and my talent. Harrison Smith hit me with a uppercut on mistake, and my neck still sore. And that was right after I scored my touchdown. Like, no, I'm cool on that. I know my lane, man. I don't belong out there. And some of my teammates could try. I can only speak for self, and I know my lane, and I'm going to stay in it. I'm cool on the NFL. I'm cool on the content. I'm straight. I'm straight.
So just give us insight of where was Daryl created in this football or flag football landscape, right? Did you ever play real football, or not real football? Did you ever play contact football?
Tackle.
There you go. Did you ever play tackle football? And what was, your tenure with that? And how did you merge into a world that wasn't very popular 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Now it's an Olympic sport now.
Well, for me, growing up, we had tackle in my elementary school. I mean, not tackle, we had flag in our elementary school. So that's why I kind of based and started at. And then I'll say I did that through middle school into high school. My freshman year, I played. I was on the team, but I didn't know no play. I wasn't like locked in. I didn't know no plays. I was just be at practice, just having fun. I mean, I'm a teen, 13 years old. Man, I'm just vibing. So I didn't play, honestly. But then I was bowling. I was on a bowling team. And then I also ran track when Hurricane Katrina displaced me. I came to Atlanta and I ran track. And Cam, I came to Atlanta. And the only reason why I ran track was because somebody was talking trash in class and my competitive spirit popped out. And I'm like, well, meet me on the track at track practice and we're going to see what's up. And that's how I started running track. But I always loved flag. And then when I went to college, I got right back into flag and kind of just played it as the love of the sport. And it continued to take off until the AFFL came around with the grand prize of $1 million. And my team was able to win that back in 2018. So I think from that moment when we did play against the pros, it showed that flag football was different. I think that was the takeoff within everything now.
Yeah. So to that point, as you have a platform now where people take you serious, they take you serious, and this is just from my assumption. They take you serious because it's not that you guys won, it's who you played against. Mm-hmm. And it eliminated any type of questioning because, hey, you couldn't do that versus Odell. You couldn't do that versus Jalen Ramsey. You couldn't do that versus Lee Kuechly. You couldn't do that versus Tom Brady. You couldn't do that versus Joe. But you did. Yeah. Saquon was out there. Yeah. Jalen Ramsey was out there. Yep.
Odell was out there.
Bro, and they were making plays. Yeah. I think it was a mixture between some people understood the rules, some people didn't. You guys definitely showcased that it doesn't matter how much physicality, it doesn't matter how much athleticism, it doesn't matter what you may deem works for a specific contact sport. It may not always translate to flag. Like, one of the things that I saw, I didn't know holding was a real thing. Mm-hmm. And the hand-eye coordination, as somebody's running full speed at you, you gotta just grab the flag without grabbing that person because that's a flag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Throughout this whole experience for you, Daryl, for people or parents trying to get their child into flag, what would be the way? Because now you have not only male or man flag football leagues, you have women flag football leagues too. So what would be your kind of counsel to selling a household to getting their child into flag football?
It's exciting, it's fun, it's open for all genders. It's affordable for parents because some parents might not be able to afford to buy all this different gear, and all you're buying is some cleats. Gloves isn't mandatory, so it's definitely affordable. And like I said, it's fun, exciting. Kids love it. You have little boys and little girls that line up on the field together as they grow up. We have co-ed, so they also play mixed. So everybody is able to play together. And then now we do have a platform for the boys and girls, like our women. We have amazing women out there playing, and they doing one-hand catches like Odell did to us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's able to go out there and compete and showcase their talent. And I think that's the main thing. And it's also affordable for families, which is a major point for a lot of people.
Now we got to talk about a moment that we were able to see this weekend. And also after it, he went on to say an apology, and I'm referring to Logan Paul. right? He's definitely the entertainer, to say the least. Talk about that experience playing against him. And I think y'all had a moment you were celebrating. I think he took your glasses off or whatever in that situation. Just talk about that. And then what was your thoughts on his apology he made on his social media account afterwards?
I figured he probably would try to do a little dirty shot here. Now, he is an entertainer, and we all know the type of personality he has. I just didn't know it would be me at the time. But hey, as long as I scored the touchdown and I got my penalty, I'm cool. He mentioned something that he was going to hit somebody or whatever beforehand. But it was all love out there. Like I told y'all before, those guys respected us. They treated us as family. And the whole time I was out there competing, whether I was talking trash or not, I had a smile on my face the whole time because I enjoyed the environment. And when I'm at that type of game, when I'm playing like that, I feel like I'm at my best because I'm just having fun. And my teammates seen it, and they kind of, how I move, they gonna move with me. And they saw me having fun, and they kind of did the same thing. I felt like our team, we didn't really argue. I probably did the most fussing. And that's a great thing because normally they may bicker back and forth, and they was together the whole time. So, I mean, we just was all grateful to be able to go out there and compete.
So, like I said, me knowing my former teammates and playing against a bunch of alphas, what was that like? Did you sense, and everything was all in love, we do get it, but if they keep it score, I want to win. And if I want to win, somebody else on the opposing side want to win too.
That's true.
Tell us about any type of smack talk that probably came as a surprise or a situation that kind of took place and was like, okay, like we in it now.
I think before we was arguing with Saquon, trying to tell him, because the Mahomes thing came about, and I'm trying to tell him the difference, right? And he like, man, but I said, what makes you feel like Pat is better than me in this sport? And it's just nice little talk. Yeah. And he was like, well, Pat is Pat. And to me, you just going off the name. And so I was like, Saquon, well, you're going to see once we get on the field that you're not Saquon, that you're just another person. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of how attitude we going to carry when we line up to say, y'all aren't NFL guys. Y'all just a regular person that we play against on a natural Saturday at a tournament. And we didn't view them as professionals. We view them as just opponents, and we going to go hold our own. So we trying to tell them out there, y'all got to come down. Y'all got to pull flags. They like, man, throw the ball. For what? In the NFL, if you can't stop the run, we going to continue to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, y'all gonna have to come down and pull flags. Yeah. Until y'all could come down and pull flags, we're gonna continue doing what we do. So that was some of the stuff that was happening, just like Speed. Speed, like, man, you can't catch the ball on me. You can't catch the ball on me. I'm like, for what? We already up 30. But okay, let me give you a little 1-2. So I don't know if y'all saw that play. I gave him a little double, triple move. No, right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the quarterback. Remember, I'm a quarterback. No, for sure. So people don't think that we play these other positions, that we can run routes or we offense can play defense. Most of us play both sides of the ball too. So we got people on defense that could come on offense. And I asked the coach, I said, Coach, when we gonna flip it on them? We're already up 30. Let's really get to what we doing. And he was like, nah, we gonna kind of keep it what we're supposed to do. But the trash talking, man, it wasn't as much as I was expecting. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Me and Jalen Ramsey had our little 1-2 because they was like, man, oh, y'all playing a little physical. And I'm like, well, y'all can play physical. And he was like, you don't want us to do that. And I'm like, I ain't tripping what you do as long as I get my penalty. I don't care what you do.
You so, call a flag for the flag game.
Because so then I got a little play while I ran, and he pushed me in my hips real hard, almost knocked me down, and we just laughed about it. And, we just was laughing and, having fun with it. It wasn't nothing personal.
I mean, obviously anybody could sense the physicality that was out there, but also I was sensing the frustration from the NFL players. Yeah, like I said, former teammate Luke Kuechly, you just got to know Luke to know, like, he's not the guy that takes joking and it's on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I was seeing Luke, and when he gets to spitting, like, he's really like locked in.
You can't help but to be a competitor.
Everybody, no matter who you were, thought that just because that they were NFL players, they were going to dominate the flag football game. Yeah. I was seeing, not what people may not know, it's a shrinking field, right? So out routes and certain things. You don't have that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have 11 players either. There's a lot of different things that comes with it. I want to ask you this, Daryl, and it's always been like a head scratcher for me. We oftentimes hear people who represent this country, you know, even though they do an amazing job with winning gold medals or representing this country at its highest level and making us all proud, but that doesn't negate them having real lives and real jobs. What do you do on your day-to-day life when an occupation or just day-to-day being Daryl?
So for almost 10 years, I worked at Delta Airlines. I worked on the ramp outside. I also did Ubering, and then I also did some landscaping, and I do a little more of training. So I would say like that was my 4 main jobs that I did over the past however many years ago. And now I try to work out and stay in shape a lot more because I'm only getting older and I need to make it through these next few years to accomplish my goal, my bucket list of 2028. So I train a lot more now.
So you're based where?
New Orleans.
So in New Orleans, have you, like when you say training, there's a lot of similarities with flag football and contact football that a receiver could use a lot of that shimmy, that bingity bop, that, you know, dead leg that, you know, you've grown accustomed to using. But have you or do you train full contact football players, or is it just flag?
So I would say like I haven't trained them myself, but I have worked out with some. You know, and I think flag football, those guys, whenever they are in the off season and they want some work done, to come out and play a little bit, not to sit there and go and get hurt or anything like that, but you go against some great competition in flag, you're going to work on your hips and your turn and things like that. Well, if you could guard somebody in flag football that's fast and can run routes without touching them, once you put them pads on, it'll be a lot easier for you to guard somebody as well. So flag football do translate to tackle. It's just you have to go out there and try and understand how it would translate.
Say less.
I feel you, brother. Man, Daryl, man, just as we...
Hold on. Before we leave.
What you got?
We need Daryl to put his GM hat on.
All right, cool. Put it together.
We need you to recruit one player that you can add to Team USA. Who would you add?
Honestly, I haven't truly thought about that just because I ain't gonna lie, I would prefer to win it with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, Daryl.
They the ones that got us here. So
I got you.
I would prefer to win with my brothers and yeah.
Well, listen, bro. I'll throw a name out there if you didn't necessarily know. Sometimes it could be brothers, it could be sisters. I'll throw a name out there. Peggy! Man, help Team USA, man, and show them what you got, brother. You know what I'm saying? Show them that you got some skills.
Man, I got some skills.
All he needs is a knee brace.
Yo, I'm good to go, brother.
And he's straight in some water. You know what I'm saying? Some high quality water for
I
don't know about no knee brace. I don't know about no knee brace now.
Come
I don't put too many people with all them injuries on my team now. I don't know about that now.
But don't do me like that.
That means if you got a knee brace on, you can't dip or nothing there.
I put my hand up
We
on
need
my
some
head.
yak.
When I dip, you dip.
We did.
Go get your chips, baby, so we can dip. You know what I'm saying? Man, Daryl, bro, appreciate you, dog.
Thank you, bro, so much,
man.
bro.
I appreciate y'all. Hey, man, one thing I do want to say. Let's keep flag football as flag football and NFL football. Let it stay in two different lanes. Because I hear people saying, that these guys can't play tackle. We not trying to play tackle. We only talking about our flag football. We trying to stay in our own lane. And not everybody wanted to play college or wanted to play NFL. Somebody like me, I stayed in my lane. I'm true to what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So let's just keep our lane. That's pretty much how I feel about that.
That's real, bro. Stay true to you, bro. Man, big shout out also. We'll be remiss, man. Big shout out to Ryan Anderson. I know that we talked
To
about
Ryan.
previously.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to him for setting this up, man. And Daryl, man, and to the rest of the USA flag football team, man, congratulations. Man, we look forward to keep seeing y'all, man.
USA.
I appreciate y'all supporting us, man. We definitely had a lot of doubters, and now we was able to go and display and be on that platform. It was a dream come true for us.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Is that it, Peggy?
That's it, boo.
I said, is that it, Peggy?
That's it, boo.
I mean, you gotta, can't have a squeaking knee brace playing flag football, Peggy.
All right,
So
then. You might need to drink
just
some of that tea. Can't have a squeaky voice.
it's
either.
all right, brother.
All right.
Just keep sitting in that seat and being a good host of the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you're good at that.
Yeah, all right, thank you, brother.
You talk too much.
Yeah.
We're gonna add a finger.
Hey.
Gonna add a finger.
Okay,
Why you
okay.
gonna add a pinky? Hey. Gonna add a pinky.
All right,
Can't
all
forget
right.
about the thumb.
Huh?
All together.
One love.
You dig?
And it's all right.